And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Well, good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the Market Reflection, Tuesday, February the 21st. My name is John. Thanks for trusting me with your time. Well, hopefully you got on some of this market action in the equities today. At least I had the opportunity to. S&P is closed down just about 80 points, just under 2%. NASDAQ down about 285 points, just about 2%. And the Dow closed down about 700, about 2% lower. So we saw the market continue the move to the downside in the equities. Crude oil down about 19 cents off of Friday's settlement. So not a lot of action in crude oil. I think we kind of talked about that on the market prep this morning, how crude traders should be very, very patient. Those prices continue to hover as U.S. stocks feel the pressure of potential recession as well as geopolitical uncertainty. The Kremlin says Russia's goal for leaving the New START treaty is nuclear parity. They're claiming that the U.S. has violated the treaty, but suspension of the treaty can be reversed, whatever they have to say. We just hope and pray that peace remains, or that peace comes back. Here's Lacey coming over for a pet. So, interesting trading day. The market really continuing that push to the downside. We looked at the overnight, at last week's low as pivotal. The gap close, pivotal. Couldn't get back above that last week's high at all, really, or last week's low at all, really. And we see the market driving to the downside. Right to weekly kickoff low. What was our low? More than 8 ticks of weekly kickoff low. So we have some more opportunities coming this week, it would seem. Don't forget, this week, tomorrow we have the FOMC minutes, but GDP on Thursday, jobless claims, and PCE on Friday. So still lots of opportunities, lots of economic numbers due out, and a lot of uncertainty out there. One thing I was just looking at as far as this move to the downside, it would appear that the volume is relatively low on a day of this kind of magnitude. That I find interesting. Tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be here with you guys, but if we lost open interest on lower volume on this push to the downside, it's going to start to feel a little bit hollow. 4,000 is going to be somewhat pivotal tomorrow, if you ask me. But again, we're going to check that in the chart shortly. As always, make sure you hit the lucky like button, share, comment, question. Feedback, heckling, and love are always welcome. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notifications when we do go live. The Rooster, good to see you. I'm glad you had a great day. Man, did you ever. $3,000 on all accounts. I hope you had 100 accounts. Rick, my brother, love you. Free Fallin' is the right song for this. Good afternoon, Vince. Hope you finished up the day well. George, good to see you. Lacey was just over here saying hello back to you. Dr. VJ, Andy Bleed, Anissa, good to see you. Wasn't sure about today, and the only order I felt comfortable with, I ended up not getting filled, so I walked away. Well, that's okay, Andy. I've missed a lot of really good trades. A lot of traders can't short the market. That's kind of true. Possible lower volume. Could be. Good thought, Rick. Good thought. So we had a couple of small losses in Make Hogue Money. I made that money back on the way down today for us. And I hope that you were able to get into the right side of the markets, all of you, today. So we're going to jump in and take a look at the charts. Why don't we start with crude oil this afternoon? And let's see what we've got going on. So looking at my notes from this morning, we had longer time frame balance, central location, still inside range, short time frame control until it's not. We're still in there. We did move a little bit lower here. Not tremendously. I mean, here's the settlement from Friday. We didn't move very far. Looking at the market here this morning, we were kind of in an area where we were looking to stay patient. Best trade location was probably in the second 30-minute period when we put in the B high up here. Couldn't get to the overnight high, traded down to and through the overnight low, but were unable to kind of hold it down below that. So, tomorrow, what's it look like here? We have excess on the high, small excess on the low, and maybe look for this market to continue the move to the downside. But we do have a gap that remains unfilled above and some naked points of control up there to look at. Here's the S&Ps. Looking at it this morning, we were testing prior to the open right on last week's low. My notes right here. Investors' mood has soured. Potential breakout from balance in last week's low is going to be pivotal. The fear factor has risen, as we saw on the VIX this morning. What's the VIX now? 2287 last I can check here. So still holding up there. Take a look at the 30-minute chart. So here was our overnight activity. We were relatively short. The market opened. We got a little bit of an adjustment in inventory right to the close of the gap from Friday. Wasn't really looking at yesterday as much of important information. It was Friday's low that we were looking at. We traded right to the low. Pivotal, short below, long above. If we were able to hold on to these shorts, you put together quite a nice day. Like I said, in Make Hogue Money, we got a little cut up this morning, but I made some money back for us on the way down. Rooster, glad you saw what you saw today. We were one time framing in large part the entire way down. Delta was certainly a factor in some of the opportunities that I was seeing today. And we just got to see what this break looks like tomorrow. If we don't see an increase in open interest, it may start to feel a little bit hollow. I'll be watching 4,000 tomorrow as an important level of inflection to look for opportunities. Again, we came within 8 ticks of it today. Our value area low, very close. Point of control, very close. Volume was certainly pushing to the downside today. Here's that volume, point of control. Trend day to the downside. One or two little single prints here. We finally took out this single print in M period, and then started to continue to push to the downside. We're closing the day with some pretty positive delta as the market has driven lower. That can be and is occasionally indicative of longer time frame traders adjusting inventory. So maybe we have some longer time frame traders adjusting inventory down to that important inflection level, big fat round number, naked point of control, measured move, mathematical move to 4,000. Take a look now at the NASDAQ. Here's the daily. NASDAQ holding up a little bit better than the S&Ps. Can't even get to the weekly kickoff low here. It's a little bit further. The NASDAQ has been holding up as stronger, but now we've got a two-stage market state break. We were upside. We were digestive. Now we have a potential move back down to the downside. Again, volume relatively small for a day like this. The volume usually comes in big on down days, on breakout days. So watch the open interest tomorrow. Here's the 30. Again, gap close, can't maintain price above last week's low. The market continues to push to the downside. I don't think it took as big a hit technically as the S&Ps did, although they were both down about 2%. Gold. What even happened in gold today? I was so focused on the S&Ps. So we are still maintaining range-bound activity. Let me take a look at my notes from this morning. Short time frame structure is lower. We are in a downside digestive state here. U.S. dollar was higher this morning. I think that pretty much held out throughout the day. 30-minute chart here. We had overnight inventory to the short side. What did the overnight inventory do for us? It gave us an opportunity for better trade location for shorts, or at least a decent upside trade. Couldn't re-accept inside value from yesterday, so the value area special situation play, even if it played out, it wasn't worth much, but it rejected yesterday's value. Market continued to kind of rotate lower through the rest of the session. We opened in value from Friday, which is more important to me than anything that happened yesterday. So if we were patient, the best trade location came an hour and a half after the open. Here's the TPO chart. Normal variation day, excess on both sides, kind of a neutral day, kind of wide as far as TPOs are concerned for gold. So we'll look for opportunities to move away from this area tomorrow. God, I am going to miss the markets, and I'm going to miss all of you for the next couple of days here. Here's the euro, still kind of rangy to the downside. That falling balance seems to be remaining. Friday excess, we did not take out the Friday excess. Take a look at the 30. Again, overnight inventory got nervous at one point and they all bailed. Then they come back in and start selling again. Look at this. Look at how short time frame controlled this market was today. The market opened in range and in value from Friday, not thinking about what happened yesterday. There was no volume there. The overnight inventory takes price right back up to settlement. Price then drops right back down to value low from Friday. This is what we mean when short time frame levels tend to be respected. When the short time frame levels and when the short time frame traders are in control, short time frame levels get respected. The problem is there's usually so many of them. Here's the 10-year. Here's the daily. So, continuation to the downside. Last week's low taken out, the excess taken out, trading basically right to our weekly kickoff low. What's this look like on the 30? Overnight inventory never gets nervous. 111 is our weekly kickoff low. Right to it. Be another interesting trading day tomorrow. What's this look like on the TPO chart? Excess. Excuse me. Normal variation day, points of control in the middle, neutral day. We'll see what happens against that 111 level tomorrow. And for the natural gas, continuation below last week's low. It's rollover, so volume's going to be difficult to judge. Here's the 30-minute. Most of that break happened before the open. We opened, we broke. Is this really last week's low? No. This is last week's low. Sorry about that. Look at where the high was. Last week's low, this week's high. Sort of. Oh, actually, no, this was actually here. Last week's low was here. There we go. Boom. What's this look like on the TPO chart? Potential for an island low. If we were to open higher and leave and go higher from there, that would be a major reversal pattern. I'll be keeping an eye on that if I were going to be able to engage in the markets. But for the next 3 days, you won't have me to push around markets. I'll be busy. Yeah. I don't trade on my phone at all. No, Andy, I'm probably not going to trade. I'm not even bringing my laptop. We have a lot of things that we're working on for all of you here at Top Step, and we're going to be really focusing on that. So I don't want to be kind of distracted from that. We've got a lot of work to do, and we are going to look forward to seeing what we can do to improve Top Step for all of you. On the micros, negative 2,000 delta. Right now we're on positive 15,000 in the S&Ps. The micros are much more of a retail trader's tool. Your bigger speculators are going to be using the minis. So I think that's where that difference is. All right. So, a couple of notes on this day in history. NASCAR was founded today in 1948. And get this, 1972, this is the day that Nixon arrived in China for talks. Isn't that kind of, strange? In 1972, Led Zeppelin released Rock and Roll in 4 Sticks on a 7-inch single, peaking at 47 on the chart. 4 Sticks was written as a spontaneous jam session. It took him 15 minutes to record. It's 1970. Simon and Garfunkel went to number 1 on the UK chart with Bridge Over Troubled Water. I didn't see any real big birthdays today. David Geffen's birthday is today. He was born in 1943, but nothing tremendous there. All right. So, yeah, that's going to be it. So, again, this is the last, I don't want to call them broadcast, the last prep, reflection, anything on YouTube. No group coaching tomorrow. No more Make Hogue Monies this week. I will be back ready and rested for you on Monday. And hopefully we'll get some really good work done and have lots more great opportunities for all of you, because our goal really is your success, to help you improve your standard of living in one way or another. So, Dr. VJ, thank you. Yeah, this flooring thing has turned out to be kind of a nightmare. But we'll get through it, and don't want to make that any of your problems. So, bless you all. Make sure you pray for peace while I'm gone. I know you all do, but pray for peace, and I will miss you all. I will see you on Monday. Stay out of trouble. Risk management, patience, humility, and stay centered in your trading. It's going to be a couple interesting trading days here, so be careful. And again, risk management first. Bless you all, and I will see you on Monday.